He should just be acting like a little Nancy boy and saying, I'm going to get my kid no matter what. I'm going to be like these Bundys out in Oregon. I mean, these Bundys, man, could just fucking blow it for everybody. They could blow it for me. They could blow it for dozens of people like me who are trying to solve this with paper, pen, and ink. I could solve all this with paper, pen, and ink. And you got these stupid Bundy schmucks fucking around out there in Oregon with guns. And part of me is just like, you know what? The U.S. government, just get in there and just wipe these son of a bitches out before it gets nutty. Just end it. These guys, they want to point guns, dude. Just wrap them. Just drop napalm on them. Just vaporize these bastards. Because if these clowns start some stupid patriot movement, war, everything that I'm trying to accomplish with paper, pen, and ink is going to be considered like we're under martial law now. The court system is closed. We have internal national terrorists. You people are terrorizing us now. People like me are going to be labeled as terrorists. Because these dickhead Bundys are doing something with some stupid cattle or some bullshit, like, they burned some pasture land down and they got in trouble for arson because the other family who was adjoining the national park decided to clear burn some land. So if there was a forest fire, it wouldn't catch onto their property. Well, hey people, if you were so fucking worried about your property burning down, why did you go over to the National Forest and burn their land? Why did you burn some of your land? Why didn't you do that? Well, I guess our land is valuable, and the national and the people's land isn't valuable. Well, nobody's going there. Really? How many hundreds of acres or thousands or millions of acres do you have? Why didn't you burn your side of the fence? Why did you go into the national park and burn their side of the fence? Why doesn't somebody ask this guy, this Hammond family, or Harmon family, whatever they are, this very simple question? Why didn't you burn your side of the fence? Why did you burn the national park side of the fence? Well, our land is cleared and valuable, and theirs is just a whole bunch of trees, and it's not valuable to anybody. Well, what happened if the fire got out of control? What happened if you couldn't put it out? What happened if you burnt down billions of acres? What happened if you burnt a couple of your neighbors' houses down while you were doing this? What happens? Then what happens then? You got enough insurance to indemnify all your neighbors that you're going to burn down to the ground? Kill their women and children accidentally? Oops, I didn't mean to, but it just happens sometimes? Yes. That's why you get permits, and that's why you ask the government, hey, can you help us burn some of this shit down? Can you give us some advice? No, you're just going to fucking do it on your own. Yeah, that's why you fucking went to jail. Because you just said, you know what, I'm just going to burn a national park down. Well, not the whole park, just a good section of it, so if it does catch on fire, it won't get on my land. Oh, yeah, so when I just burn a neighbor's cornfield down, half his cornfield, say, his cornfield might catch on fire someday. So I better just burn my neighbor's corn down. Because if he gets a fire over there, well, gee, it might come over to my field and burn my alfalfa hay field down. Oh, really? That makes a freaking lot of sense to somebody. No, it doesn't. It doesn't make a lick of sense to me. So these stupid Bundys are going to start World War III for a stupid reason. Give me a real reason why you're starting World War III. Give me a real reason why you're going to get the Patriot movement to look like a bunch of fucking mental midgets. I mean, I heard it on the fucking radio in the car. I said, oh, my God, not those fucking Bundys again. This has got to be like a cartoon, like a sick joke. Like the Bundys is the most notorious family on TV for being dysfunctional. From back in the 80s and 90s, that comedy show, the Bundys. I was like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. I thought it was a made-up name when they first told me about these clowns 2-3 years ago. So these Bundys are going to start this crap. I was listening to this on NPR, driving down the road, about the Bundys. And they said, yeah, well, we got to the National Forest Park Ranger Station. We got to the main headquarters cabin of the Net Park, and I was greeted at the door by a big, tattooed white guy with tattoos on his eyelids. Tattoos on his freaking eyelids. I don't have a tattoo anywhere on my body, and I never wanted one, and I never will be one on me. Unless I'm held down and the government puts one on me. It ain't going to freaking happen by my free will. I'm not going to fuck with something that God designed. There's nothing wrong with it. So this moron has got tattoos on his eyelid, and he's the one meeting and greeting the press on behalf of the Bundys. Oh, yeah, and the people in that community are like, man, get these freemen the hell out of here. Get these Bundys out of our freaking neighborhood. And I wouldn't blame them. They came to my farm and said, Carl, we're going to help you. No, dude, I don't need your freaking help. What? I got this. What? I got paper, pen, and ink. I got this. Well, no, Carl, we're going to protect you. Dude, get the fuck out of my farm. I got this. If they're going to shoot me, they're going to shoot me whether you're standing in front of me or not. They're going to snipe me from 100 fucking miles in the sky. Don't worry about it. Get your shit and get the fuck out of here. I want to solve this with paper, pen, and ink. If they want to do it violently, let them do it violently, but I'm not going to be the one who's going to draw first blood. They're going to blame me. They're not going to start World War III and clamp down on all these patriot movements and call us inland terrorists or something like that, homeland terrorists. I ain't going to go for it. I ain't doing it. Just pack up your little, pistols and your tattooed eyeballs and get the hell out of here. I got this covered. I don't need your help. Thanks, guys, but no thanks. You know what you guys could do for me? Write letters. You know what you guys could do? Write emails. You know what you guys could do? Watch me on the internet. You know what you could do? Pass this knowledge around to your neighbors and your friends. That's what you could do. How about that? I don't need you camped out here in my front yard like an encampment of a military compound. I don't need it. Let's do this with paper, pen, and ink. I really do believe they respect law if you give them paper, pen, and ink. This judge wanted to give them an additional 5 years. Fine. Let's deal with this. The judge says, we're going to give you another 5 years. Hey, you know what? Lovely, Judge. Why, when they were told they had to turn themselves in this Monday and they didn't turn themselves in, why, when the judge told them this, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, 6 months ago, a year ago, that he's going to give them an additional 5 years, why didn't they call me up? The Bundys know who the fuck I am. Why didn't they call me up and said, Carl, we have a situation down here. Is there something you could do with paper, pen, and ink to set off the debt that these harmony people have to the national government? Is there some way that we could set this debt off? Oh, absolutely. Because the judge is going to threaten them to give them another 5 years. Oh, really? 5 years? Let's see how much that equates to. And let's see how much damage they did. Well, why don't we have the United States government tender them a bill? What? Give us a fucking bill. Give the Hammonds a bill of how much damage they caused. Getting the fire department out there, closing the National Park Service. Tender us the bill. And we'll pay the bills to the United States government. Why didn't the fucking Bundys just give me a call and say, Carl, we got a similar situation. What do we do? Because I ripped that fucking Bundy kid a new asshole, man, on some Boston radio show. And they thought I was going to come there and support them. I said, I'll support the U.S. Marshals. I said, you're going to fly me out there and help you? Uh-huh. Where's the U.S. Marshals? About a quarter mile down the road. You willing to drive a quarter mile every day to see me? What? I'm going to stand next to the U.S. Marshals, asshole. Why? Because you guys are morons. You could solve this. I could write 2 sentences to the United States District Court out there and stop all this nonsense. Why? Because until they can answer, they can't proceed. It's the rules of the game. It's like chess. Until the other player makes a move, the game's just in a stall. It's like a stalemate. Nothing's going to happen. I'm going to toss them a question that they can't answer. And until they answer it, they can't move. They can't execute an order on you. What? Dude, it's 2 damn sentences. What the fuck you got all these fucking machine guns down there, you asshole? Don't you understand the respect of rule of law? Don't you understand we live in America? Don't you understand that we can settle this civilly through the courts? Don't you understand why your grandfather built that courthouse? Access it and use it? If you know how to do it. If you don't know how to act like a man in court, well, then go ahead and be a little Nancy boy and point a gun at another man's son or daughter. Call the U.S. Marshal. I wanted to be a U.S. Marshal, asshole. What makes you think I'd tolerate some clown with tattoos on his eyeballs pointing a gun at me if I was a U.S. Marshal? I can't believe the restraint those guys have to not just fucking blow you fucking the smithereens. I said, I don't know how to tolerate your crazy dumb shit. I said, I could probably tolerate your shit for about 2 seconds. I said, you're lucky they're holding back and they're holding a little restraint. God knows why. I wouldn't. You guys are fucking crazy. Who you do point a gun at another man's son or daughter? Who the fuck are you? To think you could take human life. Who the fuck are you? Oh, well, they won't take us back our cattle. Send them a bill. How many cattle do they take? 10,000 heads? Send them a fucking bill. Get a judgment on them. What the fuck is wrong with you people? They're fucking cows. You're pointing a gun at a man or a woman. You're pointing a gun at somebody's child. What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, they stole my car. I'm going to kill them. Dude. Oh, they stole my cow. I'm going to kill them. Dude. You're going to make hamburger meat out of that motherfucker, right? Yeah, you're going to kill somebody for a hamburger. Really? Is it your pet cow? Is it the cow that you loved and you can't live without? Did you marry this motherfucking cow? Is that what we were talking about? Well, no. What the fuck are you people? What are you people doing again? You people are out of your minds. Did I ever threaten anybody for taking my kids? No. Did I ever threaten anybody in court saying I'm coming here and kill everybody until you give me back my children? No. I said, you know what? I'm going to figure this out. When they did this to me in the year 2000, I said, you know what? It might take me 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, but I'm going to figure this out. I'm a very patient man. I'm going to figure this out. No, I'm not going to come with bazookas and a 1,000-man army. I said, I'm going to come here on the backs of 1,000 scholars. 100,000 people are going to be watching what's going on. I said, I'm going to get my knowledge from a book. I'm going to figure this out. And when I come back, I'm coming with paper, pen, and ink. I'm not coming with a gun. And I'm going to get my kids. So that's what I'm trying to say with those Bundy kind of people. What are you, out of your fucking mind? You're going to blow up people like me who there's like a state government, a county government. They know their backs up against the wall. They know people are learning like I'm learning. You people are learning. I'm learning. They're getting their backs up against the wall. It could all end for them so fast. When man starts saying, wait a second. Do you have any damages here, United States government? No. Did you just charge me with bringing in 10 billion pounds of cocaine? Yeah. Okay. Do you have any damages? No. Then you have no case. Well, that's correct. Hey, IRS, did I not pay my taxes for the last 27 years? Yeah. How much do I owe in debt? $26,833,017. Yeah. You got the claim for damages? Well, no. Then you got no case. Hey, Mr. Policeman, I was doing 963 miles an hour in reverse on my roof down the road. Yeah. Yeah, how much do I owe you? $17,812.16. Yeah, well, either I'll make monthly installment payments of 2 cents for the next 300 centuries, or how about you just show me the bill for the damages? Oh, well, there are no damages. Well, then I guess you got no case. Do you understand how simple this is to solve? And you got these fucking morons like the Bundys pointing guns at fucking people. When you ask the government a simple question, sir, you got any damages? Well, yeah, look at all the parks land that you burnt down. Okay, how many acres did we burn down? 73,612. Okay, how much money do we owe you? You owe $17,870.17. Can you get me on a payment plan? All I could do is $612.17 a year. But, of course, anything more than that, it would be hurting the Harmon family, and I know the United States government doesn't want to cause harm to man. It would help create the government. Isn't that true, Mr. United States of America, if he ever appears in court? Well, yes, when also the United States of America is going to appear in court and actually lay the claim that I actually owe the United States of America $17,812.17. Well, no. Oh, so then the plaintiff won't appear? No. So then I don't owe a debt? No, you don't. Shit. What the fuck is wrong with you, damn Hammond motherfuckers? What the hell is wrong with you, you stupid fucking Bundys? And guys who have tattoos on their fucking eyelids, who are giving the fucking radio stations and TV stations the tour of the compound that they took over. Who the fuck, what kind of moron tattoos shit on their eyeballs, on their eyelids? And these clowns can blow it off for people like me. And whether I like him or not, an Alex Jones kind of guy. And I don't. But at least he's trying to do it with paper, pen, and ink as well. And I appreciate people who are trying to do it with paper, pen, and ink. I really do. Even if I think they're ridiculous in their method of doing it, at least he's not saying, you know what, we got to go there and we got to support these fuckers. No, if we go there, we got to support those fuckers. We got to support the U.S. Marshals. And when the U.S. Marshals show up, we got to say, no. U.S. Marshals, we're going to walk in front of you because this shit's going to stop. No more of these patriot motherfuckers. I don't even know if these patriot are real motherfucking patriots. I don't even know if they're just U.S. government stooges that are trying to make us look bad. I don't know if a patriot could really be that stupid. So why don't we walk in front of the U.S. Marshals and say to the U.S. Marshals, we got your back. You know, stay behind us. We'll walk in front of these patriots. And let's see if they can shoot another patriot. Because we're the real motherfucking patriots. We want to do and use the courthouse that our government and our grandfathers designed. Our government designed by our grandfathers. We want to use our courthouses. That's all we're asking for. Let's have our own courthouses. Don't block it. And that way we can do this civilly. We don't have to do it violently. So like I said, I'm funny as hell, man. I don't know why those Bundys thought I would come out there and support their crazy beliefs. I don't know if the Bundys actually work for the government, because I can't believe anybody who, like an Alex Jones or me, actually think that we're going to possibly outgun these fuckers. There's no way. And that's why I said to the U.S. Marshals when they asked me, I said, well, look, say that I was the most evil social worker on planet Earth, the most evil governor that ever existed, the most evil attorney general that ever existed on planet Earth, and say I went in there blazing up that fucking building. Okay? Guess what? There's 10,000 people to replace that governor, 1 million people to replace that attorney general, 1 billion ladies to replace that social worker. My gun, the barrel, is going to overheat. The shells are going to get locked. Nothing's going to come out of the chamber. I'm going to get mowed down in a blaze of glory. And what did I accomplish? Nothing. Just some stupid other dad who's going to be put in the ground. And what did I prove? Well, I'm going out as a hero. I'm fighting for my children's lives. Well, asshole, you're dead. And what did you prove? Well, I went to the state capitol and shot it all. Dude, really? What did you accomplish in your lifetime? Well, I showed them I wasn't going to take no shit from nobody. Dude, it proved that you're worm meat. That's what it proves. That didn't prove a damn thing to me because people are going to forget about you in 2-3 weeks, 2-3 years. Nobody's going to remember that it didn't fucking happen. Why don't you do it with paper, pen, and ink, and everybody will remember you for the rest of mankind?